With fall camp starting, as a coach, how important is it, to get these guys all in the same room together? They're living together, all 100 of them, right? Living together. How important is this time?
Oh, it's huge. We're trying to become the best version of ourselves, right? We're trying to become a team and really build that bond over time. And I think, living together and the amount of time we spend together, it's huge in creating that connection piece. And I think a connected team and a team that really has a vested interest in playing at a high level for one another is a really, really key component in the building your team.
When you look at what Harrison was able to do in his years here, what kind of legacy or mark do you feel like that leaves now when you have new guys stepping forward?
Yeah, I mean, I've said this a couple times now, but at the end of the day, Blake Craig and Nick Quadrini and Brody Bain, they got to be themselves. They got to be the best version of themselves. There is no comparison in terms of what their process is. It's day to day. It's one day at a time. Be the best you can possibly be, and we're not worried about trying to replace a specific person or and that's Harrison Mevis had a wonderful career here. It's well documented, and I love the kid, and I wish him the best at the next level, and I know he's already off to a fast start. But at the end of the day, this is about formulating the 2024 Mizzou Tigers and finding out who's going to be that starting kicker and who's going to put themselves in a position to perform at a high level.
How do you feel about that competition right now? Specifically Blake Craig, got to see him a few times last year. How do you feel about overall that competition where it stands right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think Blake obviously has a little bit of game day experience, but I think being here for a year and being really for a year and a half because he was an early enrollee, just understanding the process with how we practice, how we prepare, understanding the expectations, understanding the standards to which we want to perform at on an everyday basis, I think is really, really huge, and I think puts him in a position to have a chance to be the next guy. But obviously every day is a competition. Our number one core value is always compete, and if we're going to live to that core value, then everybody has to understand that it's a day-by-day process.
Is there anything specifically you want to see from him maybe in fall camp to kind of claim that title, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's all about consistency of performance, right? And specifically as a place kicker, it's about making more kicks than you miss. It's about making your field goals, making your PATs at a consistent level with op time and with ball height and doing all of those specific things. And then from a kickoff standpoint, it's about, number one, putting the ball in the right spot, from a placement standpoint with as much hang time and distance as you can get. And so those are things that we're specifically working on in terms of big picture objectives at the position.
What did you like that Luke Bauer was able to do last season?
Yeah, I mean, Luke obviously has a tremendous skill set and has some very valuable game day experience as a punter and a holder coming back. Luke's shown glimpses of being really, really, really good and being able to be an outstanding punter at this level and in this conference. Now it's about doing it at a consistent rate, day in, day out. Whether it's the first practice, the 10th practice, he's got to take it one day at a time, and we got to see that progression can take place over the course of fall camp.
What do you like about the addition of Orion Phillips?
Yeah, I mean, again, Orion is a really talented kid. Orion's got a full season of game day experience at a different school, at a different level, and he's been here all spring, and he's shown that he has a unique skill set and ability that can help us. And again, it's no different for him, right? It's about who can do it the most consistently over time and perform to that standard that we're looking for in those specific areas.
Appreciate the time. Thank you so much.